bingo. Fuck it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, we're good. All right, here we go. Bingo, bango, bongo. Episode 75.
This is so tall.
CJ, is he going to drink this week?
Yeah, back on the fucking wagon, baby.
Back on the wagon.
Back on the wagon. Had one beer last week, or this past Friday. That was my first drink. And was tipsy after my first beer. It was fantastic.
It's nice being a one beer fear. I ain't shook.
I ain't shook. Fuck it.
Okay. We're going to drink Chivas Regal. It's a blended Scotch whiskey, and it has been aged for 12 entire years. So I've never had this. I've seen it.
Have you? I've never even seen it.
I've seen it on, I think my old man has it. I think he's gotten it as gifts because he doesn't drink this stuff.
Was that one of the ones we drank up at the cottage? Because we had like 4 one night.
Might have been. He literally just keeps bringing up. So for people wondering, no one's wondering, but I'm going to tell them.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
CJ's wondering. Let me turn. We do this every time.
Yeah, it's so much nicer. Maybe we should sit on the ends.
We should sit on the ends.
Next time.
Yeah. Be nice to see you.
Yeah.
My dad doesn't drink anything but Molson Canadian.
Okay.
And like the occasional Baileys and coffee and red wine. That's it. He's not an adventurous drinker.
Correct.
Doesn't like any straight whiskey. And he's Irish, so all he gets for fucking Christmases and shit from like work colleagues and shit is
whiskey.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scotch, Irish whiskey. He doesn't drink any of it.
Thank you for bringing him whiskey and continue to bring him whiskey.
Continue to bring him whiskey because all he does is bring it up to his cottage.
And then we drink it.
And we drink it because he brings it there. He's like, I just got to get rid of this shit. So I think I've seen this up there, but here we go. ASMR. Oh.
What a fucking letdown.
That was a lunch bag letdown. Here we go. Everybody listen. Wow.
What a fucking letdown.
This bottle's getting a 0.
Yeah, first impressions not good. Also, if you can hear a slight fan in the background, it's because we left the heater on this week.
Got a little chilly.
Just to see if you guys can hear it or not. So if the audio is a little shit, well, too fucking bad.
Life goes on.
Yeah. Well, we won't turn it on.
The audio is bad on a bad podcast? Who knew?
Oh, crazy, dude.
Who saw that one coming?
Holy
Not
fuck.
I. Okay, buddy. Welcome
Cheers,
back
man.
to the land of the living.
Thank you. I
Congratulations.
don't even want to do this next year.
It smells fucking great. Oh, you tried it.
I did. Not my favorite. I would say read the bottle for us.
I'm gonna try my best.
If a brand person is listening from what's the
Chivas Regal.
Okay, if you're listening, change the color of your font on the back of the bottle.
Oh, it's insane. It's gold on purple, all glossy.
Yeah, and you can't fucking read it.
Okay.
Don't hurt your eyes.
Aged in handcrafted casks for a minimum of 12 years, Chivas Regal's smooth, rich style has been safeguarded by generations of master blenders, making the Chivas Regal name famous throughout the world for over a century. That's all the information you're getting.
Okay.
That's it. The rest is in French.
And it's... Can I see the bottle?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. What do we got here? Blended Scotch.
I find it sweet. My first impression. And I actually liked it.
It's very floral.
Floral.
That's what I was trying to see what it was blended with.
They're not going to tell you.
No. No, definitely not.
That costs extra.
Yeah, I guess.
Got to get the 13-year for that one.
Yeah.
Do you think they not make 13-year-old bottles because people won't buy them?
I don't understand why they do
like how they settle
years.
on their denominations.
Well, they might not do 13 because it might be bad luck.
Well, that's what I mean. Like no one's going to buy a 13-year-old bottle.
I might.
I would. I don't give a fuck about numbers. I've been working in this building the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And they don't have a 4th floor. Or so.
No hotel has a 13th floor. Even though.
You're on the 13th floor.
Yeah.
So this floor, this is how this building goes. There's 13 stories. And the top story is 13. But this is how it's numbered. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is the big one. 15.
Why such a big jump?
Because 4 in Asian culture, I believe Chinese, is a is an unlucky number.
Unlucky, okay.
So there's no 4th floor. And
Okay.
any number with 4 in it is bad luck.
Oh my God.
So you can't go from 12 to 13 because us whiteys don't like 13 because we're scared of numbers.
Yep.
You can't go for 14 because the Asians are scared of number 4. And then you got to go up. Then the next logical one is 15. I was looking at the fucking buttons and I'm like, what? I don't understand this at all. People don't know that they're on the 13th floor. There's got to be a fucking
science behind it because they do 12, 15, and then what, 18?
Oh, for the bottles?
Whiskeys?
We're back to whiskey now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're back to fucking civilization.
Yeah. 12s.
We're back to the real world,
Yeah,
Chris.
12s, 15s, 18s for sure. And then I think 21?
I think 21. I think I've seen a 21 before.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
21's breaking the bank.
Oh,
I would assume so. Yeah.
100. That's way out of our budget.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. There's got to be a science behind it, or just fucking pompous assholes being like, it has to be 12. But yeah, I don't see why you couldn't do like a fucking 7.
I don't know how the first person had the fucking patience to wait.
They didn't.
There's no way.
They
right?
tried it once every year, and then it just got better and better. I'm going to dump this shit in a barrel. In 6 months, I'll try it.
Check it out a bit.
It's going to be shit. In a year, I'll try it. It's going to be shit. Well, a year from then, I'm going to try it again. So 2 years, shit.
8's also a number that you see quite often.
Gibson's
Got an 8 year.
Who else?
I think bourbon is usually 8 years.
Okay. Did you know?
We've drank a bourbon that's got an 8 year on.
Okay, let's fucking do this fucking review.
No, fuck it.
Because I got other shit I want to talk about.
All right.
My virgin is going to be low because I didn't like how much floral flavoring there was on my first sip. Now I'm going to go 6, 7.
That's disgusting. I'm going to go 7.9.
Okay.
I got a little bit of a burn off of it, but that's fine.
Yeah, I wasn't concerned with that.
And I thought the flavor was actually quite sweet and like almost like a caramel flavor. It was nice. But I'm going 7.9 because I want more. You need to try it.
I definitely get that burn. I get the caramel smell. Like the smell, it smells fantastic. But the actual flavor, I wish I got more of the caramel and less of that floralness. At least I think it's floralness. But yeah, this smells unbelievable.
Yeah. This smells like Sailor Jerry's almost.
I'm going to go double snowman on this.
Double
fucking 2 8s.
Double snowies for CJ.
On the smell, yeah. Okay. Make sure you wrote that in the right category.
CJ also is going double snowies on flavor smoothness. Let me fast forward this ahead for everyone.
Yeah.
8.8 is a solid number. I'm going to go 9.
Okay.
It smells really fucking good.
Yeah, it smells fantastic.
Yeah.
I
haven't even had a second sip. I want to evaluate this.
Again.
You're really powering through this. We got lots of time, bro.
That time I got like nothing. I wish there was more flavor on that. It is sweet. It is nice to be back fucking drinking whiskey. Let me fucking tell you how I've missed this golden goddess.
She is a goddess.
Yeah.
Because she will tempt you into committing wrongs.
Big time, yeah.
But she will also reward you with hangovers.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good reward, I guess.
Listen, ho's going to be ho's.
Ho's going to be ho's.
Shout out to my hoes out there.
All right, flavor.
I'm fucking missing something on that last one.
Yeah, right? Me too.
My virgin was better than my flavor.
Fuck. This is tough. I'm going to go 7.4. 7.4. It's sweet. It's got a little too much floralness for me. And
Can you describe this floral flavor? Because I'm
like flowers. It's only like I could be completely wrong, but that's what it's fucking. Because I know some scotches, like, what is it? Not the Islas. What's the other ones?
Highland.
They're like, they're more like floral and sweet.
This is definitely sweet.
Yeah, so I think, like, I would have to imagine that it's blended with a Highland whiskey or Scotch. But, yeah, there's just a little too much floral. I get the sweetness. I just wish it was a little more because the smell, it's like that's all you should be tasting off the smell. And then the third sip I took, there was like, I wanted more, like way more. I didn't get anything.
This one's throwing me through a loop. I'm not like an absence of your floral taste. I'm just getting like zero taste. I'm either getting like
that was my
sweetness.
third one.
Honestly, my fucking virgin, I got like a lot of nice flavoring.
Sure.
Now
Nothing.
Seem to have lost it.
You got it all. It was all there. It was just sitting up at the top of the bottle. We drank it. It's like when you pay attention to it, you don't get it.
There's not a whole lot going on.
Yeah. Again, I wish there was more.
Doesn't taste bad.
No.
Just for people listening.
Yeah,
I know you know that,
yeah.
but
I think if it tastes bad, it's going to be like sub fives.
yeah, that's right.
Like,
Yeah, don't taste like battery acid.
no, definitely not.
I'm gonna go 7.5. Because upon further inspection, there's not a whole lot happening.
No.
And the sweetness is fainter than I recall. It was probably because I got a fucking huge sniff at the top when the glass was full.
Yeah.
I smelled like a lot. I'm like, oh, this smells great.
It smells sweet.
Then I took that sip right away and
Kinda
I got all those
altered
flavors.
your taste.
Yeah, well, it lied to my face.
Yep.
I find it as smooth as anything.
I was about to say it's smooth as all smoothness
Yeah,
gets.
9.2 for me on the smoothness scale.
Okay. A little higher than I am. I'm going to go 8.9. And the only reason being is because I had a couple sips where it could be like, I'm wondering if there's like a little bit of the fucking peatiness and smokiness in there. And that's what I got the burn off of.
I think you're getting the burn off of like
The actual alcohol.
Just the alcohol.
Because again, like,
I don't taste
it was
any
like
sort of
it was like a
peatiness.
hit or miss on it.
Sure.
But yeah, this thing's fucking smooth. And then what we got? Finish?
Which is not going to be very high for me. It's like, this one kind of lingers. Like, burn-wise for me, at least. I don't know what it's like for you. It could also be what I've
Burn-wise,
eaten today.
I get the burn on the back of my tongue that lingers. Like, it just sits there. But other than that, like, there's no, like, extra flavoring that you get on the way down that stick around in your palate. There's really nothing. Like, it's pretty...
It's flat.
It's bland.
And the burn's actually not even that bad.
What are you thinking?
Doesn't do much. I'm going to go 7.5 again.
Are you? I'm going to be lower on this. I'm going 7 flat.
The reason I go 7.5 is because it doesn't take much away, doesn't add much. It's totally fine. It keeps the smoothness going.
Yeah.
Which is, there should be something said for that. But yeah, 7.5. CJ's a 7.
I think this is going to be our biggest difference in ratings.
No.
You don't think?
No, I think you're going to be 3 points off.
Okay.
Talk about the bottle.
I'm very curious to see this.
What do you think? Like,
I was a little underwhelmed.
I was
It's
too.
got really nice
that's
color.
a good way to describe it.
It's got really nice color, so I thought there would be more flavor. Because usually something that's got, it's a little richer in color, is richer in flavor.
Yes.
And this is not.
This is not it.
The Gibson, what was it, 12-year, had more flavor than this did.
And the Gibson 12-year has a fucking shitload of flavor.
Flavor.
You're right. This is a big discrepancy.
And the Gibson's way lighter in color. Like, I don't know if I can thin this out to where you can see it. No, I'd have to throw an ice cube in it to get it to the color of the Gibson. But not bad. You said 3 and we're off by 4.
Mm-hmm.
So not terrible. But the verdict is in. I'm coming in at a 7.8.
I'm an 8.2. It's actually higher than I figured it would be. If I was gonna like just give it an overall score, I would probably been like 7.9.
Yeah,
but the 8.2 is the numbers don't lie, friends.
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie.
You gotta entail everything.
This is an AI algorithm.
It is.
All it does is interpret the data.
Yeah.
We enter the data. It AI algorithms.
Hey guy.
Hey guy. Let me algorithm that for you. Hey guy.
Hey guy.
You need an algorithm? That's where you don't buy your fucking software from. Is some guy like, hey guy.
Hey guy.
Hey guy, looking for an algorithm?
AI, it's a guy.
Hey guy.
Yo, I'm gonna fucking trademark that fucking business or fucking register that fucking name.
Hey guy.
Hey guy technology.
A guy algorithms.
And it's gonna be AGUI.
There you fucking have it, friends.
I should do 8.2.
I was gonna do EH, yeah.
Yeah.
EH, guy, like GUY.
Oh yeah?
Like, hey, guy.
Hey guy. Okay, I like it.
Like some greaseball walks up there on the street like, hey guy.
Hey guy.
You want an algorithm?
It's like every Canadian. Hey guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I fucking had a fucking guy try to put on a fake Italian accent and try to sell me leather coats out of his car. Out of a fucking bank parking lot. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Probably like 7 years ago.
That's crazy. Hang on. I got to end the clip here. That's your fucking... What's it called?
Chivas Regal.
Chivas Regal 12 year.
It's fine.
Nice.
There's your clip.
Oh, shit. I'm just pulling up some notes. Keep going.
Yeah, I had this guy come up to me. I was literally just walking to the bank right by our old high school.
Sure.
And he's like hitting me with all this.
That was like not sketchy, but like if anything was gonna be sketchy, it was always near that bank.
I went to that bank one time just after it was robbed.
You got robbed?
Yeah. There was fucking cop cars everywhere, and I go in and I'm like, there's like dudes in plain clothes and shit. Like, I'm like, I guess you guys got robbed. They're like, yeah, we got robbed. Banks get robbed like constantly.
Oh my god!
Like they get robbed all of the fucking time.
That's so funny.
I know. Like I have a bunch of cops in my family. They'll tell you like banks. The only time you'll hear about like a bank bandit is if it's a guy that's hit like 5 or 6 banks and hasn't been caught yet. That's the only time you'll hear about it.
True.
But otherwise, like banks are held up like daily.
Holy fuck.
But the reason that it doesn't make the media is because people don't want it, because they don't want it to make it seem like how easy it is to rob a bank, which, by the way, is easy.
So Chris was the guy that robbed the bank.
I've never robbed a bank in my life. This fucking, I'm way too big of a pussy to do anything like that. Like, let's just get that straight. But I'm just telling you, it's easy.
It's easy.
My mom was
I've done it in GTA.
My mom was at a bank that was getting robbed and she didn't even know until after.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, like that's how easy it is to rob a fucking bank.
Fuck?
Yeah, this is in the fucking 80s and shit. 90s, 2000s, yesterday, I don't know. But anyways, I was at that bank.
Yeah.
And this fucking dude comes up and he's like, hey, Mr. Italian. And he's like, I barely speak it English. Like that kind of Italian.
Sure.
Right?
Bullshit.
Yeah. And he's asking me, this is the weirdest shit. So anyone who lives in the Ontario area, I'm in Aurora, Ontario, and this guy's asking me how to get to the airport, which is minimum 45 minutes away.
Minimum,
without traffic.
No traffic.
Without traffic. It's out in Mississauga, which is southwest. And this is like 4 o'clock in the afternoon on like a Wednesday. Like there's gonna be traffic.
Yeah.
Like from that point, you're 2 hours away without if you're taking the 407, an hour, right?
Yeah.
If you're taking the toll roads. But if not, you're fucking 2 hours away.
Yeah, you're fucked.
So this fucking guy comes up to this young, I guess I'm like 21. He's like, oh, here we go. Here's a fucking mark.
Yeah.
And
look at this idiot.
Yeah, here's this dummy. He was right about the dummy part. I just fucking wasn't interested. I just wasn't in the leather jacket market at that time.
Yeah, but I think you also had a little more street smarts. You're just a bit of a dummy.
Yeah. Well, fucking, I'm not in university, but I can fucking show my way around a leather coat. So he's like, he spent so long asking me where the airport was.
He forgot he had leather coats.
Oh my, no, like it was a bad pitch, and this is what I'm getting to. So I'm going to give you the thing, and we'll break it down.
Sure.
So he's like, he spends like 10 minutes asking me where to get the airport. I give him directions. He's not writing them down. This man is from Italy, and he has a flight to catch. He's from Italian. He's got a flight to catch in like 3.5 hours. And he's not writing. That. He's just hanging out in a TD parking lot. Like, he has a cell phone. Like, what the fuck? This isn't 1987.
Yeah, come on. Download Google Maps, bro.
Dude, just fucking go to... There's a convenience store right there. I'm sure they have a map. Convenience stores have maps.
Yeah, they do.
Often.
I saw one
like almost every fucking time. So,
it was in the museum.
Yeah. So he's hitting me with like, how do you get here? How do you get there? I'm like, all right. So I give him the whole fucking rundown. I tell him how to get there on the 400, how to get there on the 400, how to take the 407, all this shit. Or the 401. I'm like, just follow signs for the airport. Yeah. And then he's like, I'm flying back to Milano tonight. He's like, but I got all these coats. And I was here for a fashion show, and I got to get rid of these coats. And I'm like,
I'll take one.
No. I'm like, okay. He's like, do you want a coat? I'm like, no, I'm good, bro. See you later. That was like, he spent 10 minutes. Like, if the setup was like being personal, I'll be like, yeah. Like, I'm here to help you. Like, he didn't mention that he was in town for a fucking fashion show.
Just taken
that
a coat.
He's his fucking design. The guy was going to sell me a fake coat for like probably $500.
No. He said he had to get rid of them.
Yeah. Like, he's got to get rid of them, but like, he's not going to give them away.
You didn't ask.
Yeah, because I don't want a leather fucking coat off some fucking random ass guy in a parking lot.
Man, you could have looked fucking like Fonz.
Maybe he thought I was 14. Maybe he was trying to fuck me.
Yo, he probably was.
Yeah. Like he's like kids are wise. Boy. Kids are wise to the candy tricks now. I'm gonna entice him with
leather coats.
I'm gonna put on an Italian accent. Tell my leather coats. Be like, show me to the airport. Fucking weird experience.
Oh my god, that's fucked.
Fucking weird.
That's fucked.
Yeah, but I don't know.
His
pitch needed some work.
Got robbed. That's hilarious.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I know
the one
physical check, so I used to have to go to the bank to deposit them before like the mobile deposit shit. So I was at the bank weekly.
I know the one at Yonge and Wellington got robbed or attempted.
They fucking always get jacked.
Fuck, man.
Always.
I also heard that like armored trucks get robbed like more times than
usually that's by the employees.
Really?
Yeah, because
they know the routes.
They know the routes, and usually the pickup spots only certain people know of. So armored trucks usually just do ATMs, which are unmonitored. Now they do banks. Like, let's not like.
Yeah.
They absolutely do banks. Like I deal with these guys. We do a lot of work in banks and shit. So like before we like pull the ATMs out, we got to wait for the armored truck to come. They take all the money. Blah blah blah. But they only do banks like once a week, and most of the tellers don't know when they're coming. Only like the branch manager. So how they do it is smart, because if you only involve like 10 people in the knowing of when this...
It's easy to figure out.
Well, you just start there. Okay, who knows? Yeah. And then you fucking work backwards, right? Yeah. It's easy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, armored cars get robbed all the time. And they don't...
They never make the news.
They don't make the news either. The only one that made the news in recent memory was a dude who got sentenced. It was the longest imprisonment in Canada and like since the death penalty. It was some weird thing under Harper. I don't even remember what the fuck it was. But before, like in Canada, life is minimum 25 years without parole, and then you're eligible for parole. Now, people can be a life, they can die in prison, but they get parole after 25 years. But this dude fucking murdered everyone he was working with and robbed them. Like, it was like cold-blooded shit.
Yeah.
And he got 35 years before parole. We're gonna throw the book at him. 10 extra years, pal.
I did that in GTA.
Often. You didn't even slept great that night.
Yeah, because I just walked away with 4 times the money.
Yeah. Why would you not kill your fucking...
Yeah, my posse.
It's like the best fucking bank robbery ever is the Joker in Dark Knight.
Now nobody can fucking snitch.
Yeah. Because someone's going to snitch.
Somebody will snitch. They're going to get caught. Yeah.
They're going to get caught for nothing,
They're going to go buy a Lambo the next fucking day.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can't have that.
There was I forget which one, but any fucking robbery shit you watch, it's someone spends their money that never has had money, and that's how they get caught.
Did you...
Any like fixing scandal, any fucking thing like that, they always get caught because they're being flashy and stupid with their money.
You ever see the video of the, I think it's an armored truck, and it's like attempted robbery, like while they're driving, and the dudes are like fucking shooting at them, and this man is driving, like, this guy should be a fucking race car driver. He was driving fantastic.
Evasive maneuvers.
Got out of there, gets to an area, pulls out, fucking walk out with 2 ARs and just like ready to fucking shoot
he
him up.
came out and was like, let's do this?
Yeah, after like fucking like, I don't know, 10 minutes of driving to like get somewhere safe to like turn and position yourself.
Those trucks, you can just sit in there.
Yeah, pretty much. They were trying to ram him off the road and shit like that. Like, it was fucked. Yeah, and it's like all you... And he's like fucking like cool, calm for as best you can be in that situation. But like, yeah.
He'd been robbed before.
I don't think it was his first rodeo.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fucking wild. I remember watching and being like,
Jesus.
oh, fuck. This shit actually happens.
Get it, son?
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, getting robbed doesn't seem like a fun fucking thing.
Definitely not.
Close thing, I got robbed for my Halloween candy once. That was it.
What a pussy.
It's pretty traumatic.
Who the fuck robs a kid for fucking Halloween candy?
Kids. Like, kids that are slightly older than you, but like you think are like...
fucking pussies.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Bitch ass. I could name them. I won't.
Do it. You're going to.
Let me have a few more Chivas Regals. And I'll think about it. Beep.
Oh, my God. What a bitch.
Yeah, who robs children?
Pussies.
Yeah.
Literally. That
more
last... No, I'm good. That last it was fucking spicy. Right on the fucking tongue.
Here, little ASMR real quick.
Yeah, I gotta put the cork back in. Fuck. Right there, we should knock a point off.
See, this is funny because this speaks to how my dad doesn't fucking know anything about whiskey.
Yeah.
This was a Christmas gift, and I appreciate it. It's nice. Like, it's totally fun.
Yeah, thank you. But also, don't buy me a whiskey that doesn't have a cork.
Antonia likes Scotch more, and I like whiskey more.
Yeah.
And she got a bottle, like a special bottle of Bushmills, and then I got the Scotch. And it's like...
Reverse that shit.
Should have reversed them.
Yeah.
But she won't like that anyway.
No, she probably likes the Bushmills better.
Well, the bottle of Bushmills is like a 10-year single malt.
Okay.
It's not that good.
Really?
The regular Black Bush off
is
the
way
shop,
better?
Way better.
Wow.
Way better.
Weird.
Yeah, it is.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. In my opinion.
Okay.
But I'm a dummy.
Yeah.
So
am I.
Hey, do you need a couch?
Negative Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. Is that more gamer talk?
No. I don't even know where that's from.
Right.
I feel like it's from a movie. There's actually a guy, or there was a guy. I don't know if he's still around.
Was because he's dead.
Might be. I think his name was Ghost Rider. And
Nicolas Cage was Ghost Rider.
No, it wasn't Nicolas Cage. This guy was like legit. Like, anyways.
What's a Ghost Rider?
He lived out in Europe somewhere, and mostly like sport bikes, but he would do like crazy trips in remarkable timing.
Oh, I think you've mentioned something like this before.
Yeah, this man did like an hour trip in 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's mental.
Like doing 300K on the highway the entire time, weaving in and out of traffic. There's like 2 times where he's like inches away because a car changes lanes and he's going so fast.
Well, they have no way to pick him up.
Yeah, and he like just gets out of the way.
Oh.
He did another one, and he
must be dead.
I don't know.
That's the sort of thing that catches up with you eventually.
He
right?
did another one, and he was in, I believe it was a Mitsubishi Evo, and souped up, obviously. And he's ripping around the town. He hits this. He's going so fast, and he's like hits this hill, gets there.
Oh my god!
He gets the cops on him, gets the helicopters on him.
Like fucking Need for Speed?
Yeah. And gets away.
And filmed the whole thing.
Filmed the whole thing. Had guys set up like on the streets to film the jump.
Because they knew like which points he was going to be
They
at.
knew exactly where he was going to be. So they had like dudes out there like hidden with cameras and shit. And then his car was like, he had cameras inside and outside. He's like drifting the on-ramp, like fucking crazy shit.
I could see.
Sorry. Wasn't a Mitsubishi Evo. I believe it was a BMW Z4. Makes more sense.
Those things rip pretty good.
Yeah.
See, I can see getting away from a European police officer because their cars go, and they're like Fiats.
Yeah.
You know? Like they're like fucking,
Yeah,
they're like, like you're longer than a
You'd
fucking
think they'd have
European
better
cop
cars
car.
though, because the auto, like,
Fuck no.
where's the Autobahn start and stop?
It's in Germany. I don't
It's
know.
in Germany. Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know if Autobahn, see, this is a translation thing. I think Autobahn is just like the name of their highways.
And then just that one
Like,
section is like,
I think
you do
I think
whatever.
all
the
of their
fuck
sections
you
are
want.
like that. I think most of
Really?
their sections are like that.
Crazy.
Did you know that all of North American highways and Western European highways were designed off of the Autobahn?
No.
Like the Autobahn system? Like those, like, you know how all of our roundabout, like all
Yep.
of our on-ramps are like the
Yep.
on-off? So those were designed by...
Those are smart because if you try to get on and you can't merge, you just go around. Do a
No,
circle.
no. I'm talking about like the half
Oh,
circles,
just
like how we have it now.
Okay,
But you know
yeah.
how every on-ramp is like a sweeping like
Yep.
half circle
Yep.
and off-ramp?
Yep.
Those were designed by Hitler, of all people. The Autobahn was like Hitler's party. And they were smart. Like,
Sure.
this isn't me being like, yo, Hitler, what up? But like credit where credit's due. They designed, like Germans were efficient as fuck when it came to this, some of their
Yeah,
engineering.
that shit's smart as fuck. Cause
And their reasoning for building it was to move troops. It was the most efficient way to like move like large amounts of troops and armor and all that stuff was like these on sweeping
well, yeah,
on-ramps.
because tanks aren't gonna fucking.
So after World War II, Eisenhower became president, and he was like the general in charge of all of the Allied forces during World War II. He's like, these Germans had this shit figured out with their highway system, and then he put in the fucking bill to pass the interstate system. So like any interstate you've been on the highway was built. I'm generalizing
Designed.
here. Was designed in the early 50s.
Yeah.
And based
general
off of the
design.
German model, and we do everything that the States does. So.
Yeah.
And it
That's
was
crazy.
like, and it was designed also as like, yeah, it's efficient for moving vehicles as well, but it was designed like, hey, if we ever get invaded, this is the best way to move fucking all of our tanks
shit ton
and
of
vehicles and
Yep.
people point A to point fucking
to where
B.
we need them
So
to be.
they built a fucking intertwined interstate system across the entire country.
Crazy. That's cool as fuck.
Big ups to Hitler.
It's funny
Clip that
though.
shit.
If you take the Trans 1 here, it's hilarious. Like as soon as you get, I don't know, 6 hours out of
Southern Ontario.
like here, yeah,
Yeah.
like Toronto, maybe closer to 8.
Yeah, like Timmins. Sioux area.
But I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
like,
yeah, 6,
there's
7, 8.
no on ramps anymore. It's like there's a stop sign
Yeah.
and you're just waiting to turn right onto the fucking highway.
Highway
Like,
where everyone's doing 188
yeah, like
miles an
out
hour.
west, it's whatever. It's fine because there's like no traffic, so
Yeah.
fine. And everybody's polite and a nice driver out there, and they get in the second lane so
Out
you
west
can
is
turn
so
fucking
strange 'cause
right.
it's just like it's endless fields and fields and fields, and like you don't even ever see a house,
No,
and then you'll just see a car coming from
Yeah,
a
and you're
dirt
like,
road to turn
where
on
did
the
you
highway.
come
It's
from?
like, where do you even live?
yeah.
Where's there even?
3 hours up the road? There.
Where's the gas station?
yeah, there isn't.
Yeah, like you got to get on the highway to go to a gas station. Like,
They're
you don't-
running on nuclear power.
They're fucking. They got that shit figured out west.
Yeah,
Smart motherfuckers.
the fucking gas station. They just all have a pump at their house.
Yeah, my fucking cousin has a fucking diesel tank at his house.
Really?
Yeah,
That's kind of sick.
yeah. He had this weird hookup.
Did he charge a premium?
Oh, dad jokes. In this house, like anytime someone hits someone with one of those like shitty puns,
Yeah.
which I appreciate, I love them.
Okay.
Which is like dad joke.
I don't even know what the joke was.
Premium. I thought you were like making a gasoline joke.
No. I was just saying, does he charge a premium for?
Oh no, I thought you were. Because like you said, you're like, does he charge a premium? And like you paused and you looked at me. I'm like, oh, like, hey,
Nice joke.
nice gasoline joke, bro. It works. It does work. I'm
I
not.
guess,
I'm not
yeah.
retarded.
No, you're
I'm
just
retarded.
You're just a dad.
Just always looking for a dad joke.
Yeah.
Hey, he charged a premium for that gas.
Nah, because, dude, gas is fucked.
Right now it is. Yeah.
Dude, it
It's a
was
real
like
problem.
156 in Aurora. drove up here is 146.
Yeah, they actually just jacked it fucking today.
Are you guys in the 50s?
We're in the 50s.
Fuck.
We're almost at 160.
I was going to fill up again just to fucking fill up on cheaper gas.
You're not going to. It's
Not
gonna, it's
now.
the same price now.
May as well fucking just fill up there.
See, what happens here is there's usually like anywhere from 5 to 10 cents difference between here and Newmarket, Aurora, which is like minutes wise is 10 minutes away.
Yeah, literally took me longer to get to the highway than it did to get from the highway to here.
Yeah, when we
and
go
the
to
highway is in my town.
Yeah, you live around the corner from my in-laws.
Yeah.
And it takes us 30 minutes flat, and 15 of those minutes is just getting from the highway to their house.
Yeah, it's fucked.
But anyway, usually it's like 5 to 10 cents difference for like that little amount of like kilometers wise.
Yeah.
But I think they just got refilled, so they're going to be at 158. So they're going to, but they don't fuck with it every day. The ones as you get close to the city, they like, oh, gas is 162 today. It's now 160. Like they'll leave that. It'll be 158 next week when gas is at like 165.
Yeah.
That's my prediction. Chris predicts.
Yeah. Gas is hitting 165.
I think it's going to go higher than that.
Holy fuck.
I think we're going to see $2.
I'll sell my car then.
Yeah, I'll sell my body for gasoline money.
Holy fuck. I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. I remember when gas was like fucking 60 cents.
Yeah. Well, you're an old man
Yep.
with gray in your beard.
Yep.
And you can tell your kids one day, like, I remember.
I will. Trust
And
me,
they're
I
like-
will.
They're like, Dad, what's gas?
I remember my buddy Chris.
What's gasoline? They're like, well, I'll tell you. It was a premium.
Yeah.
Get it?
Oh my God. Too funny. Man, have you ever... So, knowing the shit we know now about...
AIDS.
The what?
AIDS. I thought that's right. That's what I thought you were going.
No, like the history shit on like the pyramids and all that shit, and like how it's most definitely outdated, like it's not dated correctly.
Sure.
Have you thought of anything else that it's like, I wonder if they fucked up anything else or just haven't looked into shit? Like it's hard to say with like shit that's happened within like 100 years because it's not like they can fucking cover that shit up. Like there's still people that are 100 fucking years old that lived through that shit.
They're like, no, that shit wasn't there. Then we built it.
Yeah, that shit fucking 100% happened. But like way back. And it's like, was that actually dated to like, is that accurate?
The only thing I think is like reasonable, like this is where I find myself fucking up because like when you find out like certain things are older than they absolutely are, just by like reasonable observation. Then you kind of get like caught up in like I'm not saying this is conspiracy thinking, but like conspiracy theory, but like you get caught up in that thinking where like everything should be questioned, which everything absolutely should.
100%.
Everything should be questioned.
Yeah.
But then you're like, okay, well, like they're like, well, this is 2200 BC, and it's like, is it?
Yeah, is it though?
But like, I don't know enough about it. There's nothing off the top of my head that. The only things that I can think that are like misstated are the things that like I know about, like shit in Peru, shit in the
like
in Central
giant
America,
monolithic sites and shit like that.
Exactly. Other than that, like I don't know what else there would be that's not like already documented. Because basically, since fucking Christ, 2,000 years ago, everything's been pretty well documented. Yeah. We haven't had like any like we've definitely had the Dark Ages and all that shit. Where we've had a lot of book burnings. We've lost a lot of history for sure, but it's mostly like North American and South American history because fucking Europeans only found it 500 years ago,
right?
And then they mostly destroyed the entire cultures, so they wiped out a lot of shit like that. But I'm trying to think, like, what are you referring to? Like, you talking about like
no, just in general,
because like the Roman shit, like that's all like
shit.
That's all pretty well documented.
Yeah.
And that's like into like the 1000 BC mark.
Yeah,
like I think like
I was trying to think about like other.
I think
events.
the gaps in history start around 3000 BC.
Yeah,
and then anything beyond that is pretty much like even like a legitimate scholar like who's like
they're throwing stones out there.
I think they're kind of like
hoping they hit it.
Yeah, they're like, listen, we don't know for sure. Like anyone worth their salt will be like, we don't know for sure. Like that's teaching today. That would be like in the mainstream orthodox of sort of like archaeology.
Right.
But I don't know of anything that would be older. But I also don't know a ton about shit anyway. So
Yeah,
what were you?
No,
were you thinking?
I literally like driving. I was either driving to work or home from work. I don't know. And I'm just like, man, like you look at these pyramids that have been around for how many years, and we're thinking they're dated this time. And then we start looking at like other evidence, and it's like, no, the evidence shows that it's dated this time, and it's like ages farther back. It's not like it was 500 years.
Yeah, like,
even though 500 years is a shit ton of
but
time.
in the term of history, it's like plus or minus 500 years is a small margin of error. It's really small.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When it's like, what was it date? They're saying it was dated like 5,000 years ago, and it's like actually like 22,000 years ago or some shit, 17,000 years ago. It's like triple the fucking time.
Yeah, I think the general consensus around the pyramids is like 4,000 to 5,000 years old. And like the most like the earliest date is like 12,000 years old. So it's double the time.
Yeah,
that's a big difference.
That's a huge difference. Yeah. Again, like you said, double the fucking time.
Yeah.
That's a man. So I don't know. I just got thinking that like, fuck. I barely paid attention to history class, so I could. Don't ask me to fucking try to recall.
No, but I think the point that you're trying to get to, and I'm not trying to speak for you, is like I think absolutely everything should be called into question.
Yeah.
Because like as soon as people start saying definitive for shit that they have no record of whatsoever, and it's just like a stone thing that you can't date, then you're fucked. Like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey is a stone monolithic site that looks a lot like the ones in Peru and like Easter Island and shit that was all over the world, and it shouldn't even exist.
Yeah,
because according to human history, 12,000 years ago, we were all just hunter gatherers, and we didn't have society in order to build. So like a lot of people are like, oh fuck, how do we explain this? And they don't really have an explanation, and then their explanations are kind of shoddy at best.
Yeah,
but whatever. Like, give them benefit of the doubt. Maybe this was the fucking spot where all this shit happened at once, and they were the first ones. Fair enough. But either way, it's fucking minimum 5,000 years older than the pyramids, which are the most impressive site that's ever been built ever.
Yeah, and if they're minimum 5,000 years older,
and they're building these like expansive,
double the time
places.
That we're dating the fucking pyramids in general.
So it just comes back to there's basically anything beyond 3,000 years BC, which is 5,000 years ago, is pretty much a crapshoot. They don't know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Even in the Egyptian dynasties, like because they documented their shit really well. So there's a lot of tombs and a lot of like pyramids that were built in the Egyptian era that are definitely like, if they're like, this is 2,200 year BC, they're probably right about that shit. But I'm always like, oh, are they right? Because they've been wrong about other stuff. But usually they're right because there's like documents to back that shit up.
Yeah.
The Egyptians documented a lot of shit, but there's an 8,000 year blank period in Egyptian history. That's like literally there's like the first dynasty, and they talk about like the old dynasty that there's no record of, and what the time that they're talking about is like 8,000 years before, and there's literally a blank spot. Then you got the first dynasty until that like we consider ancient Egypt.
That's fucking nuts.
So like even in Egypt, where they documented shit and we're like, this is an old ancient civilization. Here's the first time, like this mainstream shit. They're like, listen, there's 8,000 years that are unaccounted for.
Holy fuck.
That's a
shit ton of time.
Yeah. And now it's it's unaccounted for in the sense that maybe something. They just found something in Egypt that was fucking way older than it should have been. The Golden City that was lost. I'll look this up for next week.
Sure.
Let me write this down, or else I will forget. But it was in Hierapolis. It's a Greek name. It's a Egyptian city. And it was like said to be like center of culture and all this stuff. It held like a lot of like secrets, they think, towards the pyramids and like the real age of Egypt and all this shit. And then the city that they found that like was just like myth. They just found parts of it. Like these like tombs and shit, like just like underneath a fucking skyscraper.
Nice.
Yeah. Because that city,
it's crazy.
Hierapolis was demoed.
It's crazy what we fucking.
It was an ancient city that was just like knocked down.
It's crazy.
Like this is shit we do though too, right? Like knock down a city and be fuck everything that's in there.
Yeah, no, but like when we're built, like the the amount of times construction gets stopped in like major cities because shit gets dug up, whether it's fucking like dinosaur bones or
it's very often
graves.
in
Like,
Europe.
The fucking church in Aurora, they started digging to like rebuild it, and they found fucking like it was like a cemetery underneath it.
And the thing with the rules, there's like strict bylaws in Canada about cemeteries.
Yeah.
And as soon as like you find a cemetery, like that's it. You can't fuck with it at all unless it's native, in which case you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
The facts are there.
Yeah, facts are there. If you find a church cemetery, in which case you got to preserve that shit. But if you find a cemetery from like
fuck
1,000 years ago, it's free reign. But I think about this all the time. Like the cemetery thing. It's like there is a certain point in human history where like now it's okay to dig it up. Like we take how many mummies have you seen in a museum? There like some in Toronto right now.
Tons, man.
You've seen lots.
That's just bad luck.
They move mummies all
Leave that
around
shit
the world.
alone.
Okay, but they fuck around all the time. They bring like I went to the Tutankhamun museum in LA because it was like there was so many artifacts that had never left Egypt before.
Yeah.
And I was in LA at the time. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll go see this
fucking
shit.
See it, yeah.
And it was all the shit from his tomb.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was interesting as fuck. But like they're like, okay, 3,000 years has passed. He won't mind. You know what I mean? He might fucking mind.
I think he did.
Well, like it's like them. Like in 3,000 years, they're gonna find your fucking you or me, and they'll be like,
"They better fucking leave me alone."
Well, they're not going to. They're gonna be like, "We found these bodies."
Yeah, guess what? I'm gonna come back for them.
But if you find bodies that are like within like 200 years old, they're like, "Oh, I guess we should leave them." That's what I'm saying. Like it's weird as fuck.
It is,
that's the one
there's got to be
fucking weirds me out all the time.
I don't know.
It's like,
it's weird to be like, where's the cutoff? Because like
that's what I'm trying to get to. Like, what's the expiry date?
Yeah,
what's the expiry date on these expired bodies?
Yeah, they're already expired.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's fucking weird,
strange for sure. And I guess they like use that logic when it comes to like natives and shit. Like, oh well, these fucking bones have been here for years. Days even.
Yeah, they've been here for a few days. They've expired.
Fuck them. Dig that condo. When I went to London, they were digging a new subway line, and they had to stop because they found like a Roman fucking village.
Fuck.
Like that. Like Britain's a big one. Yeah. Britain's like because like there's.
Dude, I loved when we talked about that fucking the catalyst. Is it the catalyst? Fuck, what's it called? It's in Europe somewhere. Catacombs.
Oh, in France, Paris.
Yeah. That shit's creepy as fuck. Did you ever watch that video?
No.
Fuck. It's long as fuck.
Well, you showed me clips of it after.
Yeah, I skimmed through it.
My thought process was that it was probably
staged.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it might have been.
But what wasn't bullshit is the catacombs are creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Because like we looked at, there's like millions of bodies down there.
There's literally a spot and it's all skulls.
Yeah. No
like,
torsos.
Like the walls, there's pillars and it's just skulls. It's fucked.
Antonio went to this place in Cambodia because they had a little run-in with genocide in the last 50 years. 70s.
Yeah.
I think they killed like 2 million people.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the thing about genocide is like it happens often and people don't get
happens more times than we think.
I think there's been like probably...
Or that people like actually realize.
In our lifetime, just for people that are in context, I'm 27, CJ's 30. Yeah. In your lifetime, there's been, I think, 5 documented genocides.
That's wild.
Rwanda, maybe it was like a year or 2 before us.
Sure.
Early 90s.
Yep.
Yugoslavia. The Chinese one right now.
Is that being documented?
Well, I mean, there's
videos, yeah.
Yeah, which brings me to my next point that I want to talk about. Fuck the Olympics, bro. Did you even know the Olympics are going on right now?
Yeah, I watched it the other night.
Did you watch? How dare you?
It was kind of cool. We watched figure skating. We watched the women's like...
Fair enough.
Like, I don't know what it was called, but one of the women's... The chick got like a fucking perfect score. Or damn near close to it. She broke the world record. Wasn't Canadian. I don't know what she was.
Russians, my guess. Or Chinese. The Chinese are good at that shit too.
I don't know. But yeah, she got like a fucking like. So we were trying to like. I was trying to figure out how they were like scoring things, and they had like 6 or 7 squares underneath like the like who was going.
Yeah,
And
they
so
all have
like
different scores.
yeah, because there's like different moves they pull, and like the big moves are the ones that get judged or whatever. And so green, they did it like damn near perfect, if not perfect. Yellow was like, could have been better. Then there was like red or something.
Or just like, get off my ice.
And it was like they fucking like fell or they stumbled or didn't complete the move they were supposed to complete or some shit. And like we were watching it and it was like, oh, they got yellow on the last one. And then we were watching this one girl and it's like green. And she's fucking nailing everything. And then again, I'm pretty sure she broke the world record for like highest score.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Listen, I like the Olympics, but fuck these Olympics.
I agree.
Yeah. Fuck them.
I will watch the fucking bobsled if I do catch it on the fucking TV though. That or skeleton or the luge. Those 3.
All 3 you're in on.
Those 3, I love them. More.
I ain't
the
watching
skeleton
shit.
one is fucked because it's like you fuck up.
Skeleton's head
nice
first,
knowing
right?
You. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you.
That's insane.
You cannot fuck
They do
up
like
on that.
150 miles per hour down those things.
Yeah, they go way too fast.
Yeah, way too fast. That's tobogganing on fucking crack.
Way too fast.
Yeah. I don't know, man. These Olympics are fucking sketchy as fuck. Did you see like who lit the opening ceremony torch?
Nah, I didn't watch any of that.
All right. Well, I didn't watch it either.
Sure.
But it was like the most like dictatorship propaganda shit you've ever seen in your entire life.
Who did it?
So, you know how they're like currently doing a genocide against the Uyghur Muslims in China? The shit that we watched.
Yep.
Right? So they had 2 Uyghur Muslims be like, hey, we're not being genocided. Look at us light the torch for the Olympic ceremony.
Never seen again.
Probably not. I think they were athletes. But you know what I'm like?
They
That
didn't
is like,
show up for their.
it's the most obvious thing ever.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Like in
They
19...
just like threw it in their face.
Well, exactly. They're like, listen, there's no genocide here. Look, there's 2 of them.
we kept 2
We kept 2 around.
and they're males
Because we need those medals.
Were they both males?
We're trying to break... No, there was a girl and a guy.
Okay. It would have been funny. If it
But I'm
was
sure she was
both
forced to be
males.
sterilized, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Listen,
Makes
they're
sense.
trying to fucking... they're fucking around there.
Jesus.
But this is like in 1936 in Berlin, like the Nazis cleaned up their act. They're like, listen, we can't like show the fucking like Jewish hate written on shops. Like we gotta like clean this up a bit for the world.
yeah,
Like we want to be like powerful and like give off. It's
we
like,
want to be professionals
because the Olympics are like they've always been like this weird political thing that like dictatorship nations really love to be like, look at us. Like
I didn't realize that it was a bid to
Yeah.
like win the Olympics, like to where they're being hosted. Like
Yeah,
it's
you-
literally a bid from the countries.
you put in a bid and you're like, this is our plan. This is how we're gonna do it. These are our venues.
and
we're
then
gonna
it gets
build X amount.
pretty much won by whoever fucking has the most money.
It comes down to corruption at the end of the day.
That too.
Yeah, that's like you can put in a solid bid, and this is like we were talking about the World Cup last week, like briefly.
Yeah.
But Russia and Qatar were awarded the 2018 and 22 World Cups in the same bid. So they'll like announce like 2 award winnings in the same
sure.
year. In those other 2 bids, the other one was Britain or England, and I think the United States. And they were both rejected, and neither one of them would have had to build any stadiums. Like England obviously has state-of-the-art fucking stadiums all over the country.
Yep.
So the whole point is like, hey, we have like they want to see a combination.
have
Like we
this.
have the facilities.
Yeah.
Here's our venues. Here's all these things.
We've done it before.
Qatar had no venues. Like Russia had venues for sure, but I think Russia
they
also
gotta,
built
like,
up fuckload.
When did they have to start building their stadium?
Immediately. They probably were building them before they even got announced. Is my guess.
Jesus.
Qatar, I think, built 14 stadiums. Each one's like 60,000. Like state-of-the-art stadiums. They don't even like they have like a league with like 10 teams.
Holy fuck.
Like it's not like it's
No.
Mickey Mouse. Like they're
Yeah.
like they're one of the lowest ranked countries in the world. It was definitely like a scam. The Olympics is like that too.
I agree.
Like the IOC is the biggest fucking scam ever. But anyway, I'm just saying like Genocidal states fucking around, hosting the Olympics. You see the fucking women wearing fucking N95s in the hockey game the other day?
No.
That's how you know we've reached like peak weirdo.
No,
year.
so you know what bugged me about that? So
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, so Canadian women played the Russians
Okay.
yesterday or the day before. I don't know, whatever fucking
Sure.
day. And there was some discrepancy about the Russians' COVID tests. They're like, we haven't gotten all their tests back. And Canadian women weren't going to play. Like, we don't know if they have COVID or not. It's like, okay. Number one, fucking chill out.
Okay.
Number two, go fucking play hockey and beat them. If they got COVID, perfect. They're tired. Go fucking mop the ice with them, you fucking idiots. What are you doing?
They're fatigued.
Yeah. So you know what they fucking settled on? Both teams wear N95 masks while playing.
That must have been awful.
Dude, the photos of it are
hilarious.
Preposterous. You know we've reached peak COVID when it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
This is the shit that fucking boggles my mind, and I don't understand the logic behind it. So I was watching the China, I think it was China versus Japan, women's hockey. And I think it was on last night.
Burner.
Yeah, went in a shootout.
Really?
Actually.
0-0?
1-1. I first thought it was Canada versus Japan, and I turned it on. I'm like, why the fuck is it 1-1 in like the third?
Oh, because it's CHN.
Yeah.
For, like at a glance, it looks like Canada.
Yeah, and I just like saw it. I saw hockey, I saw like Canada, CAN, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is it 1-1? Like, how are we tied against them? They're not this good, are they? Anyways.
Japan historically has not had a very strong hockey team.
So there was controversy that there was a goal, so they were reviewing it. So the refs, not wearing masks, step off the ice, go into a booth, not wearing masks.
Okay.
They step into another booth where the headsets are, put on the masks. It's like you guys weren't wearing your masks.
Yeah, this is the thing that
2 minutes before in the same size of room, talking to each other.
Yeah, and now you got to wear your mask.
Same distance. Now you have to wear your mask.
Well,
how does this make sense?
No, it doesn't. That's the thing that's
what I mean.
Crazy
like,
this whole time.
Either have it and make it be weird as fuck to wear your mask all the time, or if we're not going to wear masks,
yeah, just don't do the show because it's a show.
Like it's so like
it's so obvious.
It just didn't make sense to me. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because you're thinking.
It just like doesn't make
sense. You look with your eyes and you're like, this doesn't make any sense.
COVID, I forgot there's barriers to this shit. And only in that little section where the headsets were so they could talk to the people upstairs.
Yeah.
I forgot that that's the only spot.
You can get COVID through a microphone.
True.
Yeah.
But I forgot that that's the only section while they're playing that you can get COVID.
Right.
Because like when they go over to the bench and they're like, they skate past all the players, all the coaching staff, they're not wearing masks. I forgot you couldn't get that. You can't get it there.
No.
But when they're in a booth together, they probably sit in the dressing room together. They can't get it there. Well, it's like, I forgot. It's my bad. It's my bad.
Yeah, it's like restaurants can't be open past 10 because COVID.
To me, that just doesn't make sense. It's like
COVID comes out after 10.
I wish I could show you the clip because it was actually preposterous. Like I think they were closer before going into the booth to like review and watch replays and discuss the goal that wasn't a goal. Got called no goal, but like it was hilarious. They walk into take off their helmet, put on their mask, walk into the booth where the TVs and shit are and the headsets. Then as they're walking out, they both take off their mask. It's like, so you know there's the penalty box and then there's the middle box and then another penalty box. Yeah. So they're going from like the middle box to the penalty box type shit.
Yeah.
They're both the same fucking size.
And it's still in the rink.
And I'm pretty sure they were closer in the side, like in the little booth when they didn't have their masks. How does this fucking make sense?
It's like
they also skate up to each other and hand each other the puck. You know, like the one ref will grab it and be like, here's the puck.
Here's the puck.
Yeah. Did your job for you.
Give me a mouth kiss real quick.
Yeah.
It's how many videos have you seen of like politicians walking up to do a speech about like COVID?
Yeah.
You see them walking down the hallway. They're not wearing their mask. They get to the area like before the cameras are. They put their mask on.
Yep.
Then they walk up to the podium, take their mask off, put it back on, walk off the podium where the cameras aren't,
and immediately
take their mask off. It's like at a certain point, are we not just fucking around? And that's like what you're seeing with this Beijing Olympic shit. It's like what like this is just it's literally just smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, like I totally get it. If masks are the fucking key to it all, fine. But like, why do we have these weird fucking things where it's like, oh, 2 feet from here, you can take it off, but like
anything else,
it's got to be on.
The dumbest shit ever is fucking restaurants. It's you can sit in a restaurant, packed to capacity. All you see is people without masks on.
Yeah,
and you see 3 people with masks on, and they're the servers. Like, we're all sitting inside. It's the dumbest shit ever. Like, this has been the thing, the whole thing, and it's like, again, I'm with you. Like, if the masks work, okay, cool. Like masks work, no problem. But like, this is like, why doesn't the fucking servers just take their masks off at this point? Because we're all maskless.
Yeah, well, but they all fucking take their mask off when they go behind the bar to have a drink.
Like we all understand.
Go to the kitchen and have a drink.
We all understand that this is a fucking airborne disease where it's not going to matter whether I put my mask on to go to the washroom as to me getting COVID inside the fucking same place where you're also breathing the air.
Yeah.
It don't work like that. I'm sorry. It never has. Like, it's
I don't know. That shit,
stupid.
It just boggles my mind like that was actually a thing.
Yeah. But anyway, this is my stance on the Olympics. All right,
fuck them.
Boycott the Olympics and watch Joe Rogan. That's my Olympics. They're trying to fucking cancel Joe Rogan. They're like, the Olympics are fantastic.
Yo, did you see Joe Rogan's post? Well, probably not because you're not on fucking social media.
I saw one of them. I saw the one where he was talking about Neil Young bouncing out. But I think he did one about like this new racist shit, which is nonsense.
Yeah, I don't know. They're trying to say he was a racist and all this shit. Yeah, no. And literally...
Yeah, this is the most hilarious
thousands
shit
ever. And thousands of people are like, yo, he's not.
Yeah. Because anyone who watches the show would know he's not. But like, this is the thing. So
it's all the people that don't fucking...
People are assholes.
Yeah, 100%.
People are assholes. And
he's more successful. He's doing something different.
They're like, fuck him.
There's millions more people watching his podcast than they're watching the fucking regular news, and they're getting better information from his podcast, and they don't like that because it's actual information.
Because they used to be the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
And now they feel threatened.
The funniest
And now they're literally clipping shit out of context. So for people who don't know, this video is circulated where like anytime Joe Rogan has ever said the N-word on his podcast, which I've heard it in shows, but they've used it in context like it's like saying this. And they say the N-word.
Yeah.
And they literally would just clip him saying it. And provide no context. This is my favorite one. So as soon as like this video fucking comes out, and the video is clearly just out of context, him saying the N-word, which is whatever. I think the only mistake he made was apologizing, because he's apologizing. People just want to cancel him anyway.
Yeah.
So fuck these people. And they're being dishonest anyways. Yeah. And anyone who knows him and has been on the show and actually listens knows that he's not like that.
Yeah.
And so many people have come out.
People were like, I knew Joe before he even started doing any of this shit.
He's not who he... Yeah. And everyone knows that. Like, he fucking tours with Dave Chappelle. You think he's a fucking racist?
Yeah.
And you don't think Dave Chappelle would be like, I'm not touring with this fucking...
Yeah,
like,
fuck this
get
guy.
the fuck out of here. Like, people are being... like, people that actually think that he's racist either are actively uninformed or lying to themselves, I think. I don't think there's any in between. Like, either you know... If you know anything about the show... Or like who
I think it's also...
people are lying.
Yeah, people are lying, yes, but it's also these journalists and news people that are trying to make a name for themselves and trying to get the next big story
through lies.
Yeah, and they go and either make shit up or they get misinformed
out of context,
or like it's so fucking dumb. And this is why I fucking hate the media right now. My media is the media I choose to watch, and it's not mainstream media.
And the reason you've probably chosen it is because the reasons that you've gone through is they're probably open and honest about the things that they say, and they'll tell you.
Yep.
They fucking aren't biased generally. Yep. And if they make mistakes, they'll tell you. Like, there's not like... The reason that you trust people is because they're trustworthy. If you see people lie to you over and over. And this has been my thing with fucking COVID, and it's not a COVID thing. It's like, okay, the media lies to you all the time. We're in agreement on that.
100%.
But we should believe them on COVID. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's a disconnect there.
Yeah,
right. Like
100%.
they're not being 100% truthful. So
I
whatever.
got all my COVID facts from Audrey, who works in the hospital.
Yeah, and she works in a fucking weird COVID bubble too. Like, like it's whatever the fuck, right?
And no, it was just fucking. It's so dumb. Anyways,
dumb.
so I saw a post, and it's like somebody like reposted it or some shit, and it's like how Joe Rogan's dealing with all this shit, and it's like him out to dinner with a shit ton of friends at a fucking fancy ass restaurant.
It's having a good time.
Everybody's laughing.
Yeah.
In his comments, like, I really don't like, I don't know. I can't remember word for word what it was, but I took it away like, I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm on mushrooms.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
they're just like the clips are out of context, obviously.
100%.
And if people watch that and they're like, oh my God, he said the N-word. Okay, all right. This is the game that we want to play. So people are like, perfect. Let's play this game.
Yeah.
And they're like, here's Joe Biden saying the N-word.
Yeah.
And then an article comes out and it's like, people have been sharing this video of Joe Biden saying the N-word. Here's why you need to put it in context. Oh, okay, perfect.
so we need to put that in context.
Context now matters.
Yeah.
Great.
Perfect.
Are we fucking finished here? You stupid. Like, this
stupid fuck.
This is the thing that's driving me crazy about the media and just like internet, and like the internet exposes all of this shit.
Yeah.
Right? Good or bad.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
You get both sides. There's no one or the.
But it's like if you guys want to be like, hey, because one of my favorite fucking accounts is like Defiant Libs or whatever, Defiant L's. And it's like people that are like hardcore left wing.
Yeah.
And they're like and it's two screenshots of their Twitter account. And it's like, I would never take Trump's vaccine. And then it's like 3 months later. And it's like, if you don't take the vaccine, you're a piece of shit. But like this shit happens all the time. And this is what's great about the internet is because it exposes people's fucking bullshit.
And there's no lifers that'll fucking go back
like
and find all that shit.
Delete a tweet, screenshot, found whatever. So like when people say like, I don't care about the context, Joe Rogan should never say the N-word, and then they'll like, and then these people will be like, hang on a second, we should defend Joe Biden about saying the N-word in 1985. It's like, no, listen, you're just being disingenuous because you want to win political points. So at that point, you're a fraud and a liar, and why should we take you seriously at all?
I think a lot of these people too they're just jealous of like how successful, not just
there's
Joe
a lot
Rogan,
of jealousy for sure.
not just Joe Rogan, like a lot of other people that are super successful.
There's a lot of
that are just jealous and would rather either try to capitalize on their fame and throw them under the bus, whether it's I can't fucking think of the word. Anyways, throw somebody under the bus, ruin their fucking career.
Thinking it's going to help theirs.
Thinking it's going to help yours, and it's really not because nobody's going to go to you for anything else.
In a month, this shit will be blown over and forgotten about.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, okay,
but
who didn't say shit?
But
who did say shit?
Okay, Spotify lets go of Joe Rogan. Do you know how many podcasters, let alone just comedians, are going to pull their shit off of Spotify, not post on Spotify again? Joe's also just going to post all his shit on YouTube again.
No, he won't go back to YouTube. He'll just put on like a paywall.
That too. He might just do Patreon.
I think Rumble the CEO just offered him like $100 million fucking dollars. Like, hey, but if Spotify falls through, come on over here.
He's not going to stop podcasting.
Also, I do it like in Spotify's defense, they've stood by him.
Oh yeah.
And Spotify's a Swedish company, and they're like, we're not fucking around. Like
they haven't.
We believe in free
last
speech.
I heard, they haven't done anything.
They have not done anything
or said anything.
The only thing that was a CEO said, he's like, oh yeah, he shouldn't have said those slurs. But like basically, I think that's a public image. They haven't said fuck all to him.
Yeah.
But anyway, anyways, they're just being dishonest. People that are like posting this video and be like, look what a piece of shit he is. Like if you know you're being a liar, you're being dishonest.
But me saying he's going to post his shit on YouTube isn't like him getting a contract with YouTube. It'll just be him rebooting his fucking YouTube channel,
monetizing it,
and he'll throw all his fucking content back on YouTube. there's probably something in the contract where he said you can't throw up episodes that were recorded during the contract of Spotify. Fine, who cares? He does like 3 or 4 podcasts a week, if not more.
Yeah, I don't even think that's in that contract. I think it's just a licensing contract.
Could be.
Yeah,
but
he owns all of the material.
Sure.
Yeah.
It could be he can't release that material for 2 years on another platform once the contract's over. Could be something like that. A lot of fucking companies do that.
The thing that really gets me is
but he's just going to throw it on YouTube, and he's going to still make his fucking money on YouTube because guess fucking what? So many fucking people want to watch his fucking podcast.
Well, also here's the thing too, is how many people didn't watch the show or listen to it who are like, I better go check it out. And then I better go see for myself because they're honest people. And then they go and listen like, oh, this isn't what I think. And also now I like the show.
It's not even that.
He's probably gotten more popular.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't even watch every episode because there's people he has on that I just don't give a fuck about.
Sure.
And I don't care.
Right.
But there's a lot of people that he has on that are cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Graham Hancock.
Randall Carlson was just on.
I was going to say Randall was just on again. Haven't
but that's
listened
one
to it
you
yet,
should watch though, because like that one's like
100%. Yeah. They show fucking footage and images and shit like that. And I usually do watch them because I like watching fucking Joe's facial expressions. Like sometimes it's fucking hilarious.
But what I was gonna get to is like all these like fucking. This is the thing that's just my mind is just fucked on this, and like people don't see the irony of this. Is like Neil Young and Joni Mitchell are leaving, right? And they're pulling their music from Spotify because well, this was 2 weeks ago because Joe Rogan was a dangerous misinformation of COVID lies or whatever the fuck. Which is a funny one because he has on 2 doctors who are like, hey, we should talk about COVID.
And then highly like
they're not crackpots.
Yeah, they're not just like 2 fucking idiot
one of them invented the technology that the vaccine. One of them invented the technology that vaccine is.
Yeah.
The other one's the most published in cardiac researcher of all time.
Yeah.
Most published ever.
Yeah, they're highly
they're credentialed.
Yeah.
And then he also has Sanjay Gupta on from CNN. So like this
dude, I love
But hang on. Like in fairness, right? So this is the argument that doesn't make any sense. And I saw this online. So this isn't my thought, but I like to think about it and it's interesting. So people are accusing Joe Rogan of COVID misinformation. So if people listen to Robert Malone or Peter McCullough, they will become anti-vax. But why wouldn't they become pro-vax if they listen to fucking Sanjay Gupta?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Which again goes back to people are just being dishonest. And back to people,
Joe Rogan called them out on it.
Yeah, they're liars.
Yeah. He goes, why did I don't think he said.
But my point isn't on Sanjay Gupta or whatever. My point is
I thought it was fucking hilarious when he's like, why did you like, and I don't know the exact terminology he fucking used, but it was like, why did you guys post?
Yeah, you lied about
why did you say I took fucking horse tranquilizer when I fucking didn't? When there's been studies done.
Hang on, horse tranquilizer's ketamine, I think.
Sure, whatever it was. Fucking horse, whatever.
Dewormer.
Yeah, some dumb shit.
Yeah, some lie.
Yeah. It's like, why did you guys post that shit? Say I did this when there's been research done by like universities and fucking high up doctors and all this shit.
Like you're understating it.
Yeah, sorry.
It's been a drug for fucking 50 years. It's been given to 4 billion people.
Dude, it's
not.
So why are you
one of the safest drugs ever?
And then
it's on the WHO's list of essential medicines.
I like the guy's fucking comment because he didn't know how to answer.
I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like, are you fucked?
But anyway, my point is that people say, well, if people listen to Joe Rogan, they will become anti-vax because they listen to these doctors. Well, then the same logic applies when he has people on that are pro-vax. And he has a lot of people on that are pro-vaccine. He has both sides. And that's the thing is like, you can just listen. Also, you can just listen and make the decision for yourself.
Also, like, you don't need to fucking watch it.
You don't need to watch it. How about this? Turn it off.
Yeah. Crazy thought.
What an idea.
Crazy. I wish I had fucking thought of that.
Yeah. Well, you heard it here first. Turn it off if you don't like it. Like this.
Thank God I did that with the fucking news and the radio.
These musicians, Neil Young, Janis Joplin, they pulled their music. They're like they thought they were big enough to threaten Spotify. Be like, listen, if you don't fucking censor Joe Rogan, we're gonna pull our shit. And Spotify's like,
okay,
pull your shit.
See ya.
Beat it.
Yeah. Deuces.
Yeah.
Because Joe Rogan pulls
hundreds of millions a month.
Way more than you do.
Yeah, you guys are off your fucking heads.
Yeah.
But the thing this is the thing that really is pissing me off throughout COVID is you see all of these fucking counterculture musicians who we all thought like in the 70s and shit and 60s were like, fuck the man, free speech and all this stuff. And then COVID rolls around. They're like, actually, you know what? I love the man and fuck free speech and fuck all this. Like literally, I don't want my music on a platform that doesn't do censorship. Like fucking Neil Young sung songs about fucking Nixon being a fucking Nazi. And then he fucking has the balls to be like, I don't want to be on Spotify anymore because they won't censor a guy who anyone can turn off at any time. Like, bro,
this is what I don't
shut
understand.
the fuck up. Like Rage Against the Machine will only perform in front of vaccinated crowds. Like, do you not see the fucking irony in that? Rage Against the Machine, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me, is now like, fuck you, do what I tell you. Like this is the thing that's like, I'm like, okay, we're in a fucking simulation for sure.
Yeah. Because
everything's gone fucking sideways. 4 dead in Ohio, 10 soldiers and Nixon's coming. Take Joe Rogan off Spotify. Like, what the fuck? I thought you were fucking counterculture. I thought you hated the Vietnam War. Now you're like, fucking, let's do censorship. Are we kidding? Like, are we kidding?
Dude,
Come
the
on,
code's
bro.
broken in our simulation.
It's fucking definitely broken.
We need a patch.
Hey, guy, you need an algorithm?
We need an update.
We need that one of those fucking
We need
Italians.
new content and an update, please.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that shit
I feel like my brain's fucking broken.
Dude, it boggles my mind. Like,
fuck
like
you, I won't do what you tell me.
Okay,
hey, get a vaccine or you can't come see me play.
First off, the point of a podcast is to hear somebody's opinion, fucking listen to their stories.
Or don't.
Or guess what? Just don't listen to the fucking podcast. Like, hey, guess what? Turn us off if you don't like us.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's cool.
I don't do this for other people.
Listen, this
I
is
do
the
this
internet.
for myself.
This is the internet.
Like,
there's a lot of shit out there.
Like,
go watch porn.
And Joe's always said the biggest thing and why he started the podcast was so he could have conversations with people he wouldn't get to have if you were to go out to dinner with them. Because you go out to dinner with somebody, it's not just you and them for 3 fucking hours.
Yeah.
But when he has somebody on his podcast, it's him
you're locked
and
in.
the guest for 3 hours.
Yeah, and it's interesting as fuck. And the reason it's so successful is because it's the antithesis of everything that we've had. All we have now are people that lie on media. We have lying journalists. We have lying all this. And I'm not painting everyone with the same brush. I'm speaking very generally because there is good people out there and there's some good shit. But most of mainstream corporate media is dog shit. And it's lies and it's propaganda about pretty much every topic.
Yeah.
And then again, back to the internet exposes all. It exposes all of the lies and hypocrisy that people say. Like 6 months ago, they're like, yes, we need to do this. And then 6 months now, they're like, fuck that shit. Like, I was never on board with that or whatever the fuck. It's like,
is that true about fucking Rage?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. That was last year.
I didn't know. I don't follow any of that shit.
But like, Rage Against the Machine.
Your fucking shit was hilarious when you started. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Fuck you, do what I tell you. Like, it's insane to me, bro. Like, Rage Against the Machine has gone off the fucking deep end. It's like,
a lot of people have, though.
Do you understand what the name of your band is?
Yeah.
Do you know what the Machine is? The Machine is
Bert Kreischer, and he drinks a shit ton of beer. Actually, it's fucking Tito's and soda.
The Machine is the fucking corporate press and the government. And now you're like, listen to
the fucking Machine.
Listen, I need you to listen to the corporate press and the government. Green Day's another one that drives me fucking crazy because Green Day, like, one of my favorite albums ever was American Idiot. And it was like a protest album against the Iraq war in the Bush era.
Yeah.
And then as soon as a fucking politician rolled around, they're like, we're just going to sing songs about people that aren't in power now.
We're just going to sing about daisies.
It's like, I thought you guys were trying to speak truth to power, and now you're like, nah. Which, like, again, I think all of these people, like, and I think it's a good thing. Like, anyone who comes out and is like, I'm pulling my shit off Spotify, it's like perfect. You're exposing yourself for who you were. You were never punk. Yeah. You were never counterculture. You never believed in free speech.
Also,
you were never anti-war. You were never all these things. You just exposed yourself for a fucking fraud.
Yeah. Also, you just lost so much exposure.
Yeah.
In general. There's so many Spotify exclusives now. Like, they are literally trying to make a huge push
By the way,
taking over the fucking game.
2 season of pod, Spotify exclusive. Also, you can get us anywhere.
Yeah. Also, we're not leaving Spotify.
Yeah.
You can count our 1 view a fucking week.
Count us in.
Yeah. We'll get you that 1 view.
And if you guys pull Joe Rogan, we'll take a spot on primetime. No problem.
Yeah. We'll sign his contracts. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Fucking, it's weird.
I
man.
know. It's dumb as fuck. But like, I like it in a way. I like that they all expose themselves for the frauds that they were.
Yeah, it's fun to talk about.
It certainly is. It's also like,
it's like you said,
God,
like we like.
It's the volume bar.
It's not
YouTube.
as bad because like I've kind of nailed down all the settings and all this shit. But Chris brought it up a while ago, and it was literally like
the volume bar
start of the podcast, and then as we start drinking, it just gets louder and louder, and then it just kind of mellows out at like normal levels the rest of the podcast. But it's also fun when we start to talk about shit that we like to talk about and want to talk about, and it's like fucking way up here.
Fuck.
I love it.
Anyway, next week I want to talk about the trucker protest.
Sure.
We should do Chris Predicts because I gotta do the UCL round of 16.
I
Unless you got
also
more you wanna
need to
talk
fucking edit this tonight.
Why?
If I have to edit it tonight so that I can export.
Oh, like you're not editing out any content. You're just like you gotta do your little magic stuff.
Yeah. I gotta get it ready to export so I can upload it tomorrow before it goes out on Wednesday morning.
Oh yeah, today's Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, also next week, new segment. Our friend Ryan will be sending us fucked up videos and we'll be commenting. I don't know any. That's all.
Did
he
give us a fucking name for the segment?
We'll figure it out.
That's like the least he could have done.
We have a week to figure it out. I'll be coordinating.
Okay,
it's fine. Don't worry. But anyway, look out for that.
You're gonna have to. If they're fucked up, we might not be able to show them.
I don't think we're gonna be able to show any of them.
Okay, perfect. Makes my life easy.
But we can describe them in detail.
Okay.
And
I like it. We'll do that.
We'll just blur out us masturbating to the weird stuff.
Sure.
You know?
Yep.
Like random executions, whatever the fuck.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Let me pee and we'll do Chris Predicts because I can't even think.
Yeah.
I'll be
Okay.
Quick. I'll be quick.
Yep.
Oh.
And we're back.
So next week we're gonna talk the trucker protest for sure because that's another one of those like weird zeitgeist things where it's like people are lying about what it is and what it isn't.
Yeah. It also took a weird It had a great purpose at the start, and then it took a weird fucking turn.
See, I don't even think it did. I think there's a lot of lies going on about what's actually happening.
Okay.
So we can talk about that next week.
We'll dive into it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week.
Because there's a lot of shit I didn't like. Some of the shit I heard, so yeah.
Yeah, well, like, there's a lot of... We can get into all of it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
But, like, here's the thing. Whatever, again, back to whatever that you think the media is telling you about it, assume it's not true.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't really watch anything media related anymore. It comes across my feed and I don't pay attention to it, or somebody else is telling me the information.
Yeah. There's a lot of like people that have been, I know people have been to them.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, anyway.
My brother went to them.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to talk about that for sure. We'll talk about that next week. But anyway, the moral of the story is fuck the Olympics. Big ups to Joe Rogan.
But I'm still going to watch the skeleton.
How dare you?
I got to. That shit is so fucking
Watch
wild.
the skeleton from 2018. You didn't watch the skeleton in 2018?
No, isn't that when, when was Vancouver, wasn't
2010.
it?
I still got to show that video.
I don't want to see it.
Dude, the sound is like...
I can only imagine.
It's incredible.
I can only imagine.
The most fucked up
rest
way.
in peace.
Yeah, he went head first into a cement block.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking crazy.
Shouldn't have been standing there. Anyway.
It's so fucked.
Chris Predicts coming at you.
Chris Predicts. Dun, 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 dun.
Wizard shit. Okay.
How do we do? Was there anything?
There was 2 games. I picked the Old Firm game, Celtic and Rangers, to be a tie. Celtic won. And then I said Canada would beat Elsa. I wanted to pick Celtic to win. I just didn't have it in my body to do it.
To do it?
It's like,
I get
it just makes my body convulse.
I get you.
The closest thing I could do is like, it'll be a tie.
Okay, I got
It was very wishful thinking on my behalf.
All right.
Anyway. I said that Canada beat El Salvador. They did. And again, Super Bowls this weekend. Take Cincinnati and the over. That's the bet.
Cincinnati
to cover the 4 points and take the over, which is 48.5.
Okay.
3.5 to 1.
Nice. Those are good odds.
I like it.
Fuck.
If you parlay them together, yeah.
Sure.
Very sexy. But this week, I'm going to do the Champions League round of 16. This is going to span a couple months. So anyway, but we might as well start because it's starting next week.
Sure. Yeah,
so
let's do it.
We got 8 matchups. I'm going to go through them one by one. I'm going to tell you who's going to win. Red Bull Salzburg, Austrian team, is playing Bayern Munich, a German team, and Bayern Munich is going to win. Sporting Lisbon is playing Manchester City, and Manchester City is going to beat them. Benfica is playing Ajax, which is spelled like Ajax, but it's out of Amsterdam. It's all confusing. Benfica is a Portuguese team. They're going to play Ajax, which is a Dutch team. And it's going to be close, but Ajax is going to beat them. Chelsea's playing Lille. Chelsea's going to win. Atletico Madrid is going to beat Manchester United. Atletico is struggling this year, so is United, but Atletico is going to do it. This is my kind of upset prediction. Villarreal will beat Juventus.
Okay.
So take that one to the bank. Inter Milan is playing Liverpool.
Obviously.
Liverpool.
Oh.
I guess this one's a bit of an upset, although I don't really think it is. But on paper, I guess it would be. PSG's playing Real Madrid, which usually is like star-studded affair. I think that Real's going to put out PSG. PSG's got Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. They have like,
Oh, really?
they literally have like a fucking, like if you like get a FIFA game and you're like, I'm manager, like
This is my
you
team?
put these teams together, you're like,
That's my team.
as like you would make this team, you'd be like,
Yeah.
no way you're ever getting beat.
Yeah.
But Real Madrid's going to beat
They're
them.
going to beat them.
So your winners are, your quarterfinalists are going to be Bayern Munich, Manchester City, Ajax, Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal, Liverpool, and Real Madrid.
And that's fucking, that's it.
That's it.
Is that all the predictions?
Yeah. Cincinnati and the over. Those are 2 predictions
Yeah,
this
Super
week.
Bowl Sunday, baby.
Yeah, there's only one prediction that will actually be wrapped up this week, and that's I'm just doing Super Bowl. You know what I should do is I'll do 2 prop bets. How about that?
Is that like bullshit bets?
Yeah, like heads.
Yeah, let's
I'm
do
taking
that.
heads.
Okay.
And the team that loses the coin toss will win the game. That's my 2 prop bets.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll take tails for $5.
Perfect. And do you want the...
No. I'll just take that.
Okay, well, why don't I give you one? Over, under on touchdowns, 5.5.
No. No, that's fine.
No, you can predict this one.
No, it's okay. I got tails.
All right. Team that loses the coin toss will win the game.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
And heads. Bet on heads.
Tails.
And orange Gatorade. There's
What's
another
that?
one.
Is that for like
You can
when
bet on
they
the
dump
Gatorade.
it?
Yeah, when they dump it.
What
Winning
color
game.
it's going to be?
Yeah, orange.
What if it's both? Is it the first one that comes out?
No, it's just the first one that comes out.
First one that comes out?
And take the... Oh,
You're going to say orange?
Yeah, I'm going to say orange.
Psychopath. I'll take you for another 5 and say blue.
Okay, but what if it's neither? Like, there's 10 colors.
Well, then it's a
Then
wash.
It's a wash? All right.
Yeah.
Here, I better...
If it's not
Let me
any
get
color.
that pen because I can write this shit down.
I like how you're like this. Fucking.
Yeah, I'm attached.
Got to keep the headphones on.
Okay. Heads.
You got heads, I got tails,
I
And
got
then-
orange.
and I got blue.
CJ's got blue.
And then that's it. I'm cutting myself off.
No, don't cut yourself off.
I have to.
There was another. What was
All right, guys.
Hang on a second. There was another one I wanted to predict. Heads, orange. Team loses. The toss.
No, I'm not betting on that one.
I know. I'm betting. I'm just.
Oh,
these are.
oh, you're
these are-
just writing them down,
Because these are
yeah.
Super Bowl
Yeah,
predictions that we
you're
can actually
writing
talk
them
about next
down.
week.
Yeah.
Fuck.
How long the
Oh, the anthem. That's what I
last
want to
note
look
of
up.
the anthem is?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I gotta find out who's singing. Who?
Yeah, you got to know that.
You gotta know.
To fucking. Ugh.
Who's saying?
I used to watch the Super Bowl every year. Same with the Grey Cup. Never, like, I'd say Grey Cup more than Super Bowl.
I used to watch Grey Cup more than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, same. I used to watch a lot of CFL. And then just didn't fucking care for it. A lot of the guys I watched for.
Mickey
Manilow.
Gooten.
Who? Look him up.
It's a woman.
Look her up.
I'm taking the over.
Over what?
So
what's the thing?
Okay,
I don't even know the bet.
Okay, so usually you take the over-under on the anthem and it'll be a time set. So it'll be like a minute 49 seconds. All right, let me look it up. Over, under, national anthem. My fucking stupid phone.
For thee.
Ah, say, can you see? Ah, say, can you see?
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, I don't care about past ones. I just want to know about this one. Okay, 95 seconds. That's the shortest one in years.
Huh.
Oh, say.
Can we listen to... No, we can't listen to one of her songs.
I might take the over.
I like it. I like that bet.
95 seconds is pretty short. If she just hammers that Brave and the home of the
Brave. Yo, imagine.
It will be that. It'll be like, I've bet on it the last 3 years, and it's the most exciting part of it. Prop bets make the Super Bowl.
I can only imagine. I like this. I like my Gatorade bet.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the prop bets. Heads or tails, take heads. It's going to be orange. The team that loses the coin toss will win the game, and take the over on the national anthem. Also, real bets. Cincinnati is going to cover and bet the over on points 48.5.
Nobody fucking drinks red Gatorade. So who the fuck's going to say red?
I drink red Gatorade.
Yeah, you're a fucking psychopath. That's the worst Gatorade.
Man, honestly, I didn't know that.
Worst.
I didn't know that people didn't like red until I bought red. I think we were coming back from Montreal one time.
Yellow's better than red.
I bought red and people are like,
oh, yellow's a good pick too.
Rello's solid. Yellow's classic.
Rello?
OG. Rello.
Yeah.
It's like A guy.
A guy.
A guy algorithms.
A guy technology.
Get some of these fucking algorithms. All right.
There's your motherfucking Chris Predicts.
Do it.
Bet your entire life savings. All right, guys. Ryan, thanks for listening, man. Looking forward. Had to give our one listener a fucking shout out.
Big ups to Rye Dog.
Looking forward to those video clips. Stay tuned next week. And like always, thanks for watching, listening, doing whatever you're doing. And always catch us on Spotify. We ain't going nowhere. We're out. Deuces.